All right. So you guys are leading the brain out. You guys have some time for RP.
Yeah, I guess about a couple minutes down the hallway, I'll just look back over to the stranger. So, what's your name?
Fenric. Fenric Willowflower. I am
Fenric.
out in search of answers.
To what?
The disappearance of my mother.
Okay. So I guess that's how you found your way down here, huh? Got captured.
I was abducted by these cultists for use in whatever ritual they desired.
Where'd they grab you up from?
It was somewhere outside of Cragham. It was after I found out more about this strange sigil that was left when my mother disappeared. I pull out from my pocket a picture of the sigil that was left in the front yard of my house. It is a shield with two crossing lightning bolts on it. And I ask him, "Do you know anything about this?"
I don't know. What's he
You can
showing
roll
me? Do you
history.
history?
Oh. Nope.
Suppose you don't know a damn
No.
thing.
Would the
No.
bard know anything about it?
With the what?
Maybe. Nope.
No, I've never seen that before. Looks like a symbol of some kind. I'm sure it represents something.
I have not
Or
seen it
maybe
in my
your mother just
travels
thought it looked
either.
cool.
I'm going
What's
to.
it? What's it look like? Sorry, I missed it.
It is a shield with two intersecting lightning bolts.
Look at you. You might have heard some things about this.
Looks familiar.
Such
It's an
Does.
Aboriginal tribe.
It is
Fleshy.
the symbol of a Wildmount mercenary group.
And that is that your symbol or is that a symbol you found?
It was left in the wake of my mother's disappearance.
The limited knowledge I have on it, it appears to belong to a mercenary group out of wild mounts.
That is most intriguing. I do not believe I had done anything to wrong anyone in my life.
Are you from Wildmount?
I lived in the forest most of my life. In the wild woods.
I was just curious because if you're not from Wildmount, that's a long way to travel for a mercenary group to kidnap somebody.
It does appear that way. Perhaps my mother did something to wrong them. Or perhaps I know they know something about her that I do not.
It's intriguing.
Now, what about your father?
I do not know who or where he is. My mother raised me alone.
Might have something to do with your father then.
Perhaps.
That would be unfortunate.
That would be hella unfortunate, wouldn't it? Anyways, I walk up to the brain and ask it, so you said you know many things.
I do.
And I show it the same picture. I said, what do you know of this symbol?
Let me roll intelligence real quick.
You need to or me?
Me.
Okay.
That symbol is from a mercenary group in Wildmount. They've been known to be pirates and many other things. If the money's right, they can do a lot. Yeah, sorry, I didn't do better than Brand. Balin.
That's fine. I say, I suppose that is all I will get for now.
Unless you go to Wildmont, probably.
Would appear that way. I ask you all, what are you all doing in these parts? What do you see?
Killing cultists, currently.
I say, well, it appears like we have done a good job of that.
We are a mercenary group ourselves, of sorts. An adventuring group.
Ah, I see.
We were sent here to clear the sewers out of any cultist activity going on Western. We've done so. Now we're heading back to take our payment and moving on to the next quest.
Ganon. Slight misconception. Remember, there was no gold involved in this.
He's
This
an
was a
idiot.
voluntary mission.
Well, then I guess the deed is done.
Alright, so you guys start approaching the exit, and you guys hear in your mind, so, is this where we will part ways, or will you be needing more of my knowledge?
I'm back to the keep with this.
Yeah, I believe that was the decision.
Alright, so you guys exit out, and you guys are going to start heading to the keep. Is there anything you want to do in, I think we're in West Run? I believe so.
We can put him in the cart and carry him via the cart.
Yeah, that's fine and easy enough to do. Is that all you guys wanted to do here?
No, we wanted to search and see if there's any other thing we can find out about the sand lady. Wasn't Balin going to use his connections to check out the whatchamacallit?
Libraries and such.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
I thought the brain already
Yeah.
told you about the sand lady. I'm pretty sure the brain did. What did you want to ask?
He told us that we could put it in a jar and to not kiss it.
Yeah. Wasn't that what you were looking for, is how to transport it?
We'd have to trick it into a jar. Unless we make a deal with it, it goes in the jar and then we take it where it needs to be and then release it. But I doubt it would go for that.
I could try. I think it trusts me. or it's tricking me, which either or could be just as easily true.
It was amenable to being moved, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think it'll matter if it's the mode of transport.
Well, unless it thinks I'm tricking it. I don't know. I mean, we can try it. That's all we really got.
You know, we literally have nothing to lose.
The brain will tell you that it's a being of unnatural thirst for blood. It basically wants moisture at all costs. And if it's found a prime feeding area, it's probably not going to want to willingly be moved from it. So it's not sure what type of deal you've made with it, but it tells you not to really trust it.
The deal I made with it was to simply get it out of harm's way. I treated it as if it were something I cared about and tried to appeal to it. Told it that it can't stay here, being in the middle of 3 capital cities. Eventually, they will get fed up with it and come kill it. So I told it I would transport it to somewhere safe. That's pretty much it.
We could probably put it in, get it to go into the alchemy jar and keep it with water inside. That way it can at least have...
I don't have that alchemy jug anymore.
Why not?
I sold it.
That's why he's got the dancing weapon.
I was offered thousands of gold for it.
Well, that would have been nice to know.
Well, I think me not carrying around a massive jug anymore was a pretty good giveaway.
Alright then. So, where to next? We have a floating brain with us. I think that's going to attract a little bit of attention.
Perhaps some unwanted attention.
If we let it go, it's going to cause us trouble in the future, but it's up to y'all.
The creature or this brain?
The brain.
I mean, probably. What are we gonna do about it?
I mean, is there anywhere we can just drop it?
It can fly. I'm an
fly.
idiot. Even I know that's not gonna work.
Well, it can fly or it can hover. Those are two very different things.
If it can float, I'm sure if we drop it somewhere, it'll slow its fall. At least a little bit.
And you know it can hear all of us discussing, its demise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Why don't one of us go and get Vic in the cart and put him in the cart, and then we'll head and secure him in the keep.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go get the cart, and she dashes off to get the cart.
I am willing to be an assistant. For a room at this keep, at least until I can find a way to get a message to my master.
And that's just it, buddy. That's where the problem comes in. Your master's gonna show up at the front door of this keep and wipe the floor with us. There's nothing we can do about it.
I do not believe my master is looking for me. If she was, I believe she would have already found me.
Okay.
if you believe that she is not looking for you, have you lost any importance to her? Are you not worth her time and effort to find you?
I am just one of 5 assistants she had. When you're alive as long as she has, you tend to forget things. So that is why we were created. We were her assistants, learning what we could while we were alive, and then she put us in the brain. Put our brains in the jars to keep us around forever. Our knowledge is well
So
kept.
there's more of you. What did the others of you do? The other assistants?
We are knowledge keepers. We keep the knowledge that she may forget or lose track of.
Do you all have the same knowledge, or each have different bits of knowledge?
I would say we all have different bits of knowledge.
Will your other associates know where the agony is?
I do not think any of us know where exactly it is. We know the legends and the stories and stuff like that. We know the general idea of where to search.
Where?
Why, of course, the dragon was up north, not too far from Craighammer. He had a cave up there. It is believed that is where he kept his loot and his treasure. I believe my master was heading up towards that area to find it.
In the Cliffkeep Mountains.
Why, of course.
Do you know where at the Cliffkeep Mountains? Was it close to the Grey Valley? Was it close to Terra?
It was just shy of Wild Woods, in a small village, I believe. I believe he wiped out the entire town and took over their mine.
That's
But this was 1,000
Yeah.
years ago or so.
That's where we were.
well, that's where I was.
Touche.
And that's what I'll tell him. I was like, yeah, that's that mine, that village. That's where I went. That's where I stopped your master from bringing that dragon back from the dead.
Oh,
That's how I got this soul inside of me. I went to that cave.
well then perhaps my master already has agony.
Or perhaps it wasn't there.
It may not have been there. The Red Witches rose up against him, tried to drive him off, but I heard they lost. Have you seen any red elves?
Any red elves?
Yeah,
In the Wildwood, yes.
they were the ones fighting him at the time.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, you're gone.
Fuck.
So,
I wanted to ask this thing about that like an hour ago, but I was like, oh, I wasn't there.
who? So the red elves tried to fend off against the dragon,
Oh yes.
and you said they failed.
Oh, I'm not sure. I was not there, but I heard the stories, and I've never seen a red elf, so I believe they failed.
Interesting.
Have you seen a red elf?
Oh man, this thing can read my mind, can it? I'm not under the effects of. Yeah, no, I'm not.
No, it can only. I'll have it roll detect thoughts on it if it can read your mind.
Have I seen any red elves? I've seen creatures that look similar to red elves, but I don't know. Only elves I've really ever seen that I know are elves look like him, and I'll point at Fenric. I've seen tieflings before.
Well, I've never seen one, but I've heard about them. But yes,
Interesting.
they rose up and went to war with the dragon.
And no one knows whether or not they lost or won. It's just rumored that they lost.
Yes,
That's
because
interesting.
nobody has seen any. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Off the top of my head, no. But I'm pretty sure I gotta get rid of the soul that's inside of me.
Well, you definitely should do that. Has it
How do I
killed
do that?
anybody that you love?
Has it killed someone that I love?
Yes.
Not that I
Sometimes
know
they
of.
do that, just so they
I
can
don't-
put you in a bit of despair. And
I don't know that it did that, right?
oh yeah, you know it killed your wife.
I know? Oh man, I know?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought I was like blacked out when it happened and just
No.
woke up.
You woke up to her being dead, and carved in her body was something like, "Give me your body, or this will just keep happening."
Oh, you're right. I remember that now. Ooh, yeah. Hmm.
Well, that's lucky. It hasn't killed anybody you love. That usually comes in the further stages when it starts taking control.
Well, before it gets to that, how do I get rid of this thing?
Perhaps see a priest.
Okay. Alright. Cannon didn't have any more questions, so I'll just kind of wait for Kit to get back with the cart.
Goblin and Hobgoblin have anything to say? Balin?
Who's Hobgoblin?
I'm sorry, Goblin
Kobold.
and a Kobold.
I was like, I didn't
I'm
know I had a
keeping-
boss.
I'm keeping my distance from this thing. I don't trust it at all.
Oh, Balin, you know this thing would have a lot of freaking knowledge for a necromancer. After all, it was
Yeah,
a
but-
servant for a necromancer.
Yeah, but I don't want anything to do with it.
Alright, so if you guys have nothing else to ask, the wagon will roll back up.
All right, get it in here. Let's get it out of town while we can.
It hovers right along and lowers itself down to the wagon.
How much attention has this thing drawn toward us?
I thought you guys were keeping it pretty well secure. You haven't thrown a blanket or anything over it yet, but
Soon as it's secure in the wagon, Kit will.
yeah, it's easy enough to throw a blanket over it if you want. Alright, so you guys make your way down to your keep. Is that the plan? Everybody talk at once, please.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was writing some notes. I didn't quite hear what you said.
The plan is to take it down to your keep, right?
The keep.
Apparently.
All right. So you guys travel down to your keep. Are you guys gonna stop at the last town before you leave? Just
We need to let them know that the mission is complete.
easy enough to do. And before you guys head off into the plains, you stop at a small village, probably to have a few drinks, get a good night's sleep before you guys actually start to camp out. Ganon. And I think mostly, I want to say Kit. You guys give me a perception roll.
Par for the course.
Par for the course.
Everybody gives a perception.
Just you two.
Yeah, what did I notice?
Alright, you noticed sitting over by the fire with a liquor bottle in one hand, a cup in the other, you see none other than your own teammate.
Vic?
Nope.
I don't know any other teammates.
Sir Anderson?
Other than,
Darkhaven. Alive and well, sitting next to the fire.
who?
Andrews.
Andros. Andros! Kit will hop up, take a step back, and yell that out. You're dead. Or we're dead. And in hell. Do I get a response?
You're telling us we're dead and in hell?
No, I yelled out Andros' name and says, "What the hell? You were dead and in hell, apparently, according to the cleric."
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying.
I guess I would notice Andrews sitting there now.
No, I think you rolled a nat 1, right?
Yeah, but she just stood up and said that. I mean,
I don't Anderson, do you want them to notice you? Are you still just
Yeah, he's not gonna be hiding.
Alright, yeah, you notice him.
he said he's sitting by the campfire. She just got up and said that.
Not a campfire.
I'm not one, but I'm not blind.
He's in the tavern.
Oh, we're in a tavern?
Yeah, it's like by a fireplace.
Oh, I thought we were like outside around a campfire. That's why I was like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah, I see him. So we walked into the tavern and saw him sitting there?
Mhm.
Is this what's happening?
She did, yeah.
And then she said that.
She goes over to him.
So, I guess I'm assuming by the time you walk up, he'll recognize as soon as he does. He'll stand up and be like, "Kit!" and reach in for a hug.
Oh, Kit dodges that shit. Like you're supposed to be dead.
Yeah, Gannon just stands there, stunned, just staring at him.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same, but apparently it didn't take.
No, it definitely did.
Yeah, like I went and got your body and we took it to the priest and everything.
Your soul is being tormented in hell.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure it's here. I really don't know what happened. I woke up and no explanation, nothing. Just, I really don't. I don't have a story for you.
Where did you wake up at? Because didn't we leave him at the temple?
Yeah, we buried him.
I don't know. I was somewhere outside of Craghammer. At least that was the closest town to where I was when I got up.
Gannon
So-
starts marching forward and unsheaths his longsword.
I don't even put his drink down. He just smiles and laughs. I would expect nothing less.
I'm gonna march up to him, put my hand on his shoulder, and point him a blade against his chest. You're not Andrus.
Yeah.
Prove it. Tell him something only Ganon would know.
Something only Ganon would know.
Something only Andrew should know would probably be my wife's name.
If he knows it, then he would whisper it in your ear.
Yeah, you'd be the only one that knows my wife's name. Hmm. Can't just.
Oh, he's gonna hold up a finger, and he'll reach into his backpack, and he's gonna pull out a bottle, and he'll hand it to you and be like, "You probably better off holding onto this than me." And it's the bottle that we had with Brina's remains in it.
Ganon just stands up, takes the bottle in his other hand.
Wait, I thought I had all of your items.
I don't know. I don't know anybody took anything off me.
Yeah, I had all of your items. So that's why I had 2 water wineskins for the dragon blood, the drake blood.
Then
Yeah, if you were
Yes,
looted,
you
you
have
wouldn't have
those,
it
so-
when you woke up.
yeah, I don't know. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, because I've got Breeze Ashes, your Potion of Fire Breath. Yeah. Oh, she pulls out something out of her bag. Does this look familiar? It's your chain armor, by the way.
Yeah, it does. If you don't mind, I would like to take that back.
She dumps it in your lap.
So, who are your friends? I see you guys have. I don't really recognize anybody. Where's Vic?
He's out with a wagon. He's been a little. No, wait. He went off with his family member, right? That's what we said.
For now, yeah.
Yeah, he had an issue with his family.
Anyway, bring your friends around. Let's have a drink. Celebration.
Kit will sit like on the opposite side of the table from him. She's still, especially considering what happened like their first night out of town. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
This is a great opportunity for RP, guys. Introduce characters, talk, chit chat.
Kit's just sitting there staring at him.
Wait,
Jeez.
I'm honestly confused. So Dak will just say, "Mind enlightening me? What's going on here?"
I chime in also, and I would say,
Ditto.
I would also like to know.
So you guys look over and you'll see this. He's an Asimar. Looks human, but kind of, something off. And he's putting on the chainmail while he's talking to you guys. And he's about 6'2". And he'll walk over and go, "You'll have to excuse my friends. They still have no manners." And he smirks a little bit and he bows and says, "My name is Sir Andrus Duskhaven. I used to travel with these folks."
You're
But then he died.
Fenric.
Kid is very obvious, and then he died, and we couldn't resurrect him.
So then, how is he here?
Your guess is as good as mine.
And I then introduce myself. I say, my name is Fenric.
Fenric, well met.
These fine fellows were apparently searching for cultist activity in the sewers, and just happened to stumble upon me. I was kidnapped by these cultists for whatever ritual they were planning, and they saved me.
He just nods in his head, like pride, like he's proud of him.
Well, Sir Andrus, I guess name's Dak.
Sticks a hand out. Nice to meet you, Dak.
Nice to meet you too. Although I'm kind of skeptical of people returning from the dead, but
Yeah, I'd love to be able to tell you the harrowing story of how I did it, but I just have no idea.
And Balin's still here, right?
Yeah, he's hanging out by the bar.
Well, this is some awesome RP, guys. Come on.
Kid is still just in a daze. She's not. She's. She's in her head right now.
I'm more interested in
Fenric
what
doesn't
Ganon's
know
gonna
much. Fenric doesn't know what to think of this. He's stumbled upon this party and all of a sudden has met one of their former party members who was apparently deceased and is now in front of them.
I'm
So
with
he is
Fenric.
very confused.
Yeah, I'm with Fenric on this. I'm awkwardly sitting in the corner at the table, just sipping on a drink,
Yeah.
like watching this go down. Like I sense tension here. I'm not talking.
Yeah, I'm not sitting at a table. I'm just leaning
There
up
is
against
tension
the
going
wall
on.
right now.
I think it's gonna be 1 silver for every, unless you're drinking. I think Anderson has wine, right? Are you giving it to everybody or just?
Yeah, I'm just get around for everybody.
Okay.
Kettle just. She doesn't take a sip. She's just. You can tell that her mind is elsewhere. Definitely. Oh, and she'll hand you the jar back. By the way, of Breeze Ashes.
Mhm.
That's what this is.
Yeah, I'll stop her before and I'll be like, I think that's better off with you guys. I think you guys would be able to actually accomplish something with those.
So, are you gonna be traveling with us?
I have no idea. I can't even believe the odds that we actually crossed paths. I had no idea where anybody went. I asked around in Craghammer and nobody could tell me anything. I had some rumors. Some people said that they thought that you guys may have headed off south, so that's what I started doing, just kind of heading this direction.
We have a keep now.
How long
What?
is it back?
Yeah, we call it the pocket.
No, we don't.
It's the pocket. He just doesn't want to accept it yet. It's where the Amazon goes.
I suppose a good question is, how long has Andrews been alive for? Does he know? He was deceased and came back.
Time-wise, I've probably been back for, God, I guess I put it about a month.
And you do not have any recollection of what caused you to be resurrected.
No, I literally, the last thing I remember is the fight with the Drakes, and then I remember waking up outside of Craghammer.
And Ganon, wasn't this that friend you were telling me about?
Yes.
I don't know, just starting to put two and two together, and...
Yes,
Can you guys be excited to see each other? What's going on here?
I can understand their apprehension.
He tried to kill me.
I didn't try to kill her.
You were standing over my asleep body, your skeleton wings, which are really gross, by the way, and your sword out, ready to chop down on me. That is trying to kill me.
Nah, I was charmed. And did you die?
I still don't trust you. Alive or dead, I don't trust you.
Okay, I'm gonna withdraw from this conversation now. And Dak begins sort of drinking. Like, he's just sparking everything negative.
I think Dak's got the right idea, and Anders starts drinking too. Ganon, you've been awful quiet.
If it were
If
any other occasion, I would be overjoyed to see you.
Yeah, I understand that. I was kind of like that in the first several days. You know, the not knowing, the wait for the other shoe to drop, and then finally, after a few weeks, I just decided to stop looking a gift horse in the mouth.
I mean, you were gone. Beyond saving, regardless of how hard we tried. And that priest told me that your soul was trapped and being tormented. Thought about that every day and every night since then, knowing that I was completely helpless to save you. You were my best friend, and there was nothing I could do to help you.
It's
And
fine.
now, out of nowhere, you sit here, drinking, alive and well, with no memory of what happened.
I think he's
We
proven
did
he
go
has all
back
his
and-
memories.
Except for the memories of what caused him to be resurrected. That's the only
Yeah,
piece he
yeah,
appears
he
to
doesn't know
have.
that.
We did go back and kill the shadow drakes that killed you, though. We have their eggs there at the keep.
You think you got their eggs?
Yeah. One's my pet, one's his pet, and one's an unclaimed pet right now.
That is insane. Ganon, you always wanted to have your own dragon.
I'm just going to say, so this dragon killed one of your friends, and you have its eggs in your possession.
Well, they're not eggs anymore. They hatched like a week ago.
So you are keeping the offspring of one that killed your own in your possession.
Yes.
Why?
They're now our pets. They'll be good defenders of the keep when they grow.
I guess they would not know otherwise if
I don't think they're the
your
kind of
parents
creatures that
were
are
already
in.
dead.
Yeah, and they're probably not inherently evil.
So we fed them, train them, teach them. Nature over nurture, or nurture over nature. There we go.
I suppose if you train them well, they will be a valuable asset.
Alright, well, I mean, Ganon's gonna sit in the corner weird, just staring. Kit isn't gonna drink her drink. Balin's gonna be drinking at the bar. Dak is gonna be, I guess, drinking and watching this thing. What's Dagon gonna be doing?
You're mute.
He is observing this unusual reunion.
Alright, so,
Kid is actually going to call Balin over and ask, "Is he undead?"
How would I know that?
You're a necromancer.
oh, Balin?
Don't you?
Yeah, if you have any, he's alive. Yeah, he's not undead.
Oh yeah, I can help with that too if you need undead sensor. I've gotcha.
Whenever, oh yeah. So if you say that, and you say that to Balin, he's just gonna take his hands and stick them up on Anders's neck and feel for a pulse.
There's a pulse.
Seems like he's alive. Seems like he's alive to me.
Yeah, he's alive. He's technically back.
Again, his eyes are just flaring like a blue flame almost. It just kind of give Andrews a once over. Is there any magic coming off of him?
Maybe just paladin stuff.
Once I see Anders or Ganon's eyes flicker like that, I know what he's doing. So I just hold my arms straight out like I'm getting wanded at the airport.
Ganon will blink and his eyes will go back to normal. Just stand there.
I was looking at that. I'm telling you, man, I don't have any idea. I don't care, though.
Uh-oh,
Never that
somebody's
easy.
about to get arrested.
Yeah, I'm about to say that.
This is Ganon, it's your call. He's your friend. He tries to kill me, though. I will retaliate again.
Is he your friend though? Is he really? You don't know. Let me throw some gasoline on this fire.
Oh man.
Alright, so is that all it's gonna...
Kit doesn't trust it. Kit doesn't trust it at all. And she stays as far as away as she can from him.
I'm gonna challenge him to a duel next time we have an opportunity.
Who?
The new knight.
Well, I mean, if it's basically, I guess, Ganon's call if they allow him back in the party or not. But
Yeah, that's what
think-
Kit said. It's up to Ganon. He's his friend. He makes the call.
Ganon just extends his hand.
There it is. I'm gonna grab his arm and then pull him in, and we'll do like the bro hug thing. Be like, ah, good job, man.
I'm glad you're back.
Glad I finally found you guys. Not much of a tracker.
Well, we have short business.
Didn't you
to
just
do
ask
here.
for the hand of Amon? You know that's Ganon's thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was able, but it was all based on, scant information. I would get vague directions. Oh yeah, I heard they were down south, or oh, I think there was tales of them being over, in Western. I think the last I heard, I was on my way to Western.
You'll see a smirk creep on Ganon's face as he comes to the realization that the name of his group is like out there now. People are able to use the name, the Hand of Amon, to kind of spread word of mouth of where we are and what we're doing. Kind of like the name's getting out there,
Yeah, I will say that. I mean, it wasn't, it was hard, but it's out there.
Well, like I said,
Let's have a drink.
Yeah, we'll finish up a drink. We have short business here in this town, and then so as you haven't seen the keep yet,
No.
we'll take you there.
Alright.
Let's get some drinks. Come on. I'll holler for the bartender. Brings another round.
Alright.
If Ganon takes a seat, he'll sit between Andrus and Kit, and he'll kind of just look over at Kit, kind of like a, it's kind of like a weird look of like, I'm kind of just going along with it for now.
She just shrugs at you, and it's like gives you a "it's up to you" thing.
Alright.
So just
Alright.
drink and chill.
Alright, so you guys drink together, you have a merry old time, and you go to your rooms to sleep. Your last good night before you start hiking through the plains to get to the keep. Are any of you guys bunking up? Are you guys each enjoying your own rooms?
Kit will enjoy her own room, and she'll make sure she locks the door.
I've got a room. Ganon, anybody? I got a spare room. Save you some money. I've already paid for mine.
I almost died today. I think I'll be taking my own room just to relax and.
Yeah, I think I'll take my own room too.
Alright,
Good
so
sleep.
everybody has their own rooms. Does anybody want to make any preparations before the night ends?
I have one thing I want to do.
Alright, what would you like to do?
Sure.
Let me just read something real quick. Can I get near, No, you already said he wasn't undead, so I think I'm good. I think I'm good in the end, actually.
Yeah, he doesn't come up as undead.
What are
Okay.
we doing with the jar?
Just keeping it on the wagon, I think.
Yeah.
I guess before I go to bed, I'll go back out to the wagon where Vic's probably tying it up somewhere. Or no, Vic's not out there.
I can go keep watch at the wagon if you want me to.
No, it's fine. We don't need necessarily to keep watching the wagon. I just need to go tell our friend what's going on so he doesn't try and sneak off, you know?
Yeah.
So, head out to the wagon. Assuming it's parked somewhere it should be. And just kind of like hop in the back and I guess pull out a quilt, a blanket or something, and just tell him like, look, I don't trust you as much as you don't trust me, but we gotta camp here for the night, so they're wandering off, yeah.
No reply. You don't know if he's awake or asleep.
Well, I'm gonna throw this blanket over the top of him and hop off the wagon and go to bed.
Alright. So you guys all get a nice, well-rested night. You guys wake up and everybody comes out of their rooms at a decent time except for Ganon. And there's no sign of Andros either. Eventually, you guys get a bit worried, and you go to check on Ganon. You
Kit would probably be the first one to up the stairs and
you open the door, and there's Ganon. His body is covered in his own blood. His arms are broken. His legs are broken in a weird way. He's butt naked with blood out of his mouth, eyes, ears. It almost looks like his body's been forced to exhale blood and other materials from every opening in his body. And that's where